All right. It's your boy KhunShawn. We're back here at the old place. So let's go ahead and talk about this video. It's gonna be about Quinn supposedly talking about Say You. I have no idea what the whole conversation is gonna be, but we're gonna check this out. I'm not sure if we're gonna watch the whole thing, but yeah, we got Rima and we got 4chan Parrot. So let's go ahead and see what they're talking about. This came from the Discord, link in the description. Join the Discord, drop your videos, and I'll check them out. Let's go.
Like a psycho 30-year-old lady that was like harassing like a borderline barely legal adult, then like fucking the barely legal adult that like said something that was kind of petty.
So harassing a barely, we think, I'm not sure, but the speculation is that he's talking about Sayu here, slash Zion.
Okay, so what happened?
And I guess he's talking about him being the barely legal adult because I guess he was 19 years old back then.
Oh no, I'm not 18 years old. Please don't say mean things to me. I am scared.
Yeah, are you an adult or you're not? Okay, and the harassing claim is, well, he's gonna go over it later, but it kind of ties back to what we were talking about when, like, any kind of criticism is seen as harassment nowadays.
Like what? Yo, that shit was crazy. What do you mean?
I ain't gonna lie, I'm missing like a lot of the context.
Like this?
It's either him versus Sayu or it's about Luca versus Razio. I didn't think of that.
No, it's not.
No?
No, I don't think it is. Luca was not a barely legal adult. Hell no.
Let's watch the
This
full
person's
thing.
been an adult for 10 years and they're acting 13, and then this like person's been an adult for 1 year is acting their age, and you're more mad at them for acting their age than you are at the 30-year-old for acting like 13? The fuck?
Okay, so is this a case of both people being immature? Is this that's what it sounds like?
But it's because the person that was 30 acting 13 was like a cute anime girl that like really fed into these people's weird pity. Like there's like a weird type of pity you have to feed into for them to like you. And it's like you have to hate on something they already dislike and then have a sob story about it and then they'll like you. That's the formula. Hate on X thing that is popular to hate, that a lot of people in this community hate. Have a sob story about it so people feel sympathy, and then be kind of likable afterwards so there's enough justification to grow and join from it.
I'm still not understanding like the context of the conversation, but I'll eventually get it because it's 50 minutes long. So I'll figure it out as we go.
And that's what
Literally me. No,
It's if he's talking about Sayu, this is incredibly reductive.
no, it's not just no. Bro is just sitting.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, why do people like her? But she's hated on Niji Sanji. This is no, why?
She barely ever talked about it. All she did was the document, and then years later reacted to the armchair video, and that's it, dude. That's it.
He's just angry.
The rest of the time, she just sat posts. She never ever spoke about it.
that's what people do. That's like the formula.
If we were talking about Sayu, talking about Niji Sanji, I would say to the best of my ability, like what Rima is saying is true. Sayu only talked about it after like around the Doki situation, or well back then the Selin Tatsuki situation. That was like the only time because like nobody liked her in the Niji fan base. Nobody liked her. So if she would have said anything, she would have got dogpiled. Right. And back then Niji Sanji was still considered the second, biggest B2 company, corporation, whatever. So yeah, it was, she didn't say anything, or at least to my knowledge, she didn't ever announce anything till after like the Celine situation. And then people were looking at Seiyu like, oh, damn, we're sorry we weren't there for you, blase, blase. And then she started speaking out about what happened to her. That's from what I've seen, that's like the narrative that's happened. And this was like, what, 6 months ago, something like that? And Seiyu's been out of the
It's so
company
easy.
for over a year.
Like realistically, it's anyone could do it.
Bro,
But
you
then
hear
you have
that,
to know,
chat?
like, your audience is, like,
Chat,
those people
if
that
you're
like
barely
very-
likable, you hate on Niji Sanji, and there's a Perry story, you can also become a 1,000 viewer streamer. Come on, chat, why aren't you doing it? It's so easy, don't you hear him?
Easily just like get mad and like, turn on you at any moment. So
Yeah. And that part where he says, oh my God, sorry, because I was looking for a screenshot, so I'm not fully paying attention. But the part where he says, they will turn on you on a dime. That's not our audience. That's your audience. That's you. That is you. Your audience literally turned on you for a joke.
Yes.
They turned on you for a joke. They'll turn on you for eating McDonald's. That's not
Yeah, the Niji audience does that 100%.
my audience. I could say whatever the fuck I want. I wouldn't even get canceled. What?
Like, he is trying to project his sensitive, angry audience onto everyone.
Yeah,
no, bro.
Actually, I'm the one controlling chat. I'm wrangling you guys. You guys would get us canceled if it wasn't for me, actually.
Bro, my audience, bro. My fucking audience.
Your audience, yeah.
My audience wouldn't care about like, bro. I could do anything. My audience would be like, based, Parrot, based, bro.
Probably.
I'm the voice of reason in here. No, it's like what is cool about our audience is that we could literally talk. Every audience has a downside and some more extreme people, of course. But I do feel like our audience are very reasonable. They're not overly sensitive and they're mature. They understand most things.
I don't know about the mature one, but definitely they probably don't care about like 9 out of 10 jokes that you will say.
My audience is shit posters. They don't
Yeah,
care.
exactly, exactly. They should post their audience the best. They're not very demanding.
Yeah, that's fine. If you cultivate a community like that, then
At the end of the day, it's their audience. Of course, they're gonna praise their audience, right? Every audience, there's a good and a bad or whatever. Um, for the shit posters, like me personally, I think shit posters are fine, right? A couple of my friends back in high school were shit posters. Um, but yeah, as an audience, I mean, that's interesting. I don't know. I'm guessing it's kind of reminiscent of some of the people like in the swarm in the neuro community, like the ones that spam like the emotes. I guess you guys let me know what you think about shit post communities in general, not as like specifically Rima's or 4chan's, like just in general. What do you think about them? I think that's an interesting conversation to have when we're talking about like a community, right? A community of shit posters. I mean, I would say that's better than having the Niji community, at least from what I've seen. Like back when I was making Niji videos, like sure, there was like definitely some cool people in the Niji community. But as soon as you stop watching or you stop supporting, it's like, of course, they're gonna switch because they like you for something specific. So, shit posters versus Niji community, like sure, I'd give it to the shit posters, but shit posters versus any other community, I don't know. This is a different conversation though.
eventually they're gonna get mad at you. Like it's inevitable.
Oh yeah, my audience is so mad at me. I swear.
Yeah.
It's inevitable. Unless you like really, really overly invest in their feedback and try to like morph yourself to be liked by them.
Yeah. I don't argue with my chat every single day. Every single day. The other day there was like people in my comment section being like obligatory pushback against Rima's opinion. You know what? That's fine. You don't agree with me, that's fine. They still tune in the next day because
Bro, okay, this is probably the best
Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it's okay for people to disagree in the comment section or disagree with a video or disagree with a take. Yeah, that's not going to stop them from like still watching. Like that's absolutely true.
example. Asmongold's audience
Yes.
permanently fights with him.
All
yeah.
the time.
Permanently. They're always
All the
arguing.
time.
But everyone has fun. So everyone is there. Like his audience will never turn on him. They just want to argue with him because yeah, funny. It is then
True.
it was your audience, Quinn. Your audience was the overly sensitive that you have to permanently appeal to in order to not get cancelled by them. Asmongold's audience, our audience, bro, they're here for the ride. They don't care.
Bro, and what's funny is that I recognize so many names in his chat. This Holy Jolie Paka girl, she goes under every one of my video and comments something distasteful or mean or like like
Really?
she's like here we go creating drama again. Here we go,
That's
creating.
interesting. So that's interesting. So right, of course, like when Quinn left Niji, right? The Kyomis went over to follow him, right? Are the Kyomis still part of the Niji fan base or the Niji community? I'm pretty sure some are, right? It's very interesting that even like Rima saw one of their names and like pointed them out. Overall, you know what, the conversation about Seiyu and Quinn, like I'm not even paying attention to this story anymore. Like I am so more interested in the conversation of communities, right? Because when we talk about a community, what is a community? It's a group of people that like something and they all share like a common interest. When you have somebody that was in a corporation and then they leave, they're taking parts of that corporation community and they're like I forgot what the Quinn fan base I forgot what they were called now, but I think they're called the McBolts, something like that, right? So are the McBolts still part of the Niji community, even though Quinn is no longer part of Niji Sanji? And of course, there are some people that are in both, obviously. But I'm talking about the whole of his community because I would feel like since he's been out for one a while and for two, he was doing YouTube before he was even part of Niji Sanji, right? I feel like his community would be more of him, of what he has created, of who he is. But of course, yeah, there's going to be outliers that are in both, but like I don't know. It's very interesting that we're talking about communities, man. It's like the same thing goes for Hollow Live, right? The people that were watching somebody and then they graduate from Hololive, are those people going to go and still support them? You know, of course, there's going to be some. And then there's going to be, of course, people that still watch both, right? And it's like the people that are watching Matara, are they part of the Vishojo community now? Are they strictly part of Vishojo, or are they strictly part of Matara, or are they watching Matara and they're watching Niji Sanji? Or K9 Kuro, are they watching Kuro and Niji Sanji? You know, it's interesting. Like we're talking about community. These people are moving around from all over the place, so I'm not even sure who is who. But of course, you know, if some people are leaving negative comments on Rima's videos and then they show up in the stream, you know, I mean, you could conflate like, you know, that's part of the Niji community, sure. But I mean, like, I'm just interested, just in general, on the concept of like the community. I think that's very interesting conversation to have. Maybe a different conversation because they're talking about Seiyu. But yeah, let's go ahead and continue with the video. By the way, it's late, so if I'm like rambling or something, like bro, it's 1 in the morning. I've been traveling across France. I'm a little tired, but I wanted to make this video for you guys because I rock with y'all and y'all rock with me.
Drama again. It's like that's your audience. You guys are the one doing this. Yeah, little gremlin mode.
What the hell was that? Oh, that's Parrot, bro. I thought that was a horse emote.
Cloppers, it's time to fight for freedom. No!
Them. Which I don't give a fuck to do. I'm gonna be me, and if you like me, you like me, and if you don't, you don't. But I'm not gonna pretend to be a version of me that I think would be more palatable for you because I want your support.
That's real. And that's real.
Like, fuck no.
That's real.
I'm so used to being disliked, I like don't care anymore. You know?
And the right-wing grip, you know, I'm starting to get some of those comments. People are calling me like the right-wing grip VTuber. I'm not even right-wing. I'm not even right-wing. What the fuck
That's
are they
crazy.
talking about?
Yeah, that's crazy that they're trying to put Rima in like a specific politic category. That is wild. That's kind of crazy.
Bro, grifter is just a word people use when they want to describe.
Yes.
When they
That's
want
all
to
it is.
describe
I'm
you.
just
Okay.
not cringe anti-woke. I'm just not cringe woke stuff. I just don't like woke stuff. Like I don't like the people that are extremely on the left, and I've criticized them before, so people think I'm right-wing. That doesn't make you right-wing, okay? Yeah, anyone not on the super far extreme left is right-wing for them. Whatever, man.
So when it comes to politics, I'll say this, and I've said this to many people because it makes sense, right? When we're talking about left versus right, I don't know if it's mirrored for you guys, but whatever, left versus right. You're only left until you're right, because the whole part of being left and being liberal is to enact change. You want some type of change, whether it's social justice or whatever, you want change until eventually you don't, because you've gotten enough change for what you like. Right? You want this to change for you. It finally changes. And guess what? You become right wing because right is conservative. That means it stays a certain way. So eventually it's going to get to a point where you're left wing until you become right wing, because that's just how it works. Eventually stuff will change so much that even you as a left winger are not going to like it anymore because it's changed from something that you previously enjoyed. So this is what I say for everybody. Everybody is left wing until they're right. And if you're left wing just 24/7, then I mean, you just like change. Like you like constantly like change. Then I mean, I've never heard of somebody that just likes change so much that they're willing to just forsake whatever they personally like. Because at the end of the day, like 9.9 out of 10 humans only live for their best interest. So I mean, that's let me know what you think about that opinion just in general, right? You're left wing until you're right. Like you'll eventually become right wing. I think everybody will eventually become a conservative just because things will change so much past the progress that you like, especially when you get older, right? You might like stuff when you're 20, but are you going to like the same thing when you're 40? Hopefully not, because if you're 40 years old and still liking the same thing, that means you haven't grown. And if you haven't grown, well, that's just sad.
It doesn't matter whether you're right-wing or left-wing in my chat. It comes down to your own personal opinion, your personal beliefs. As long as you're not hurting anybody, I don't care. You get to like and discuss politics, and we have a channel just for that in the Discord for that matter. I just don't like when my chat. I don't want my chat to be only one thing, because I think people being exposed to different opinions is what make people grow. This is why I made the channel like that, so you guys get to talk about whatever you want.
That is true. That's real.
You can't convince me to change myself because you're unable to like be a well-adjusted human being. Like, no.
Okay.
Like, people have acted in the past like I've committed like war crimes.
Yeah, within TOS, yes, bro.
And then they're defending people that have like done way worse. Like I made one tweet one time that wasn't a subtweet at all, and everyone thought it was a subtweet, and I got shit on for like weeks. And this one person who literally by name said "fuck me" got support.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, if that's the case, I mean, bro, they don't like you, right? So if somebody doesn't like you, and then somebody comes around, like a different person comes around and they shit on you, the original person that didn't like you, of course, is gonna like the person that shitted on you because they already don't like you, right? Is it fair? No, but it makes sense if you think about it. I would also say, like, bro, don't even take it too seriously because again, you're already disliked on the internet. If you're already disliked, of course, people are going to go against you. And that's the shitty part, right? Because everybody has an ego. Every single human on this planet thinks, hopefully you think about yourself in a way that makes you want to keep living. I will say it that way. I was going to originally say people think highly of themselves, but that's obviously not the case. Not everybody thinks highly of themselves. But hopefully you think of yourself well enough to where you want to keep living, right? And then to have somebody come out and externally knock your ego by actively disliking you and expressing that dislike towards you online or in your face or whatever, like that hurts the ego. Like just in general, that hurts the ego. But as somebody that's a content creator, as somebody, especially you've been on the internet for a long time, right? And like you even said so yourself, Quinn, like you're so used to people not liking you, you just stop caring. But at the end of the day, you're going to care a little bit. There's nobody on this planet that can, unless you've legitimately like sat with yourself for a very very long time, like some monks, like there is no way that you can be completely fine with somebody just actively disliking you. It's just, and you just deal with it differently, right? Some people they don't care, and then other people they'll talk back, right? If somebody bumped into you in the grocery store and they said move out of my way, some people would react negatively and actively be hostile back, and other people would just be like, okay, whatever. And then somebody else would just stand their ground and say, you watch out. Without losing their mind or losing their temper, they would still have some type of negative force back. Um, but yeah, that's everybody. That's legitimately everybody. So don't even trip, bro. Like for real, don't even trip.
And I'm the petty one.
Okay, so here for context. So for context, okay, this was during the
What's the
Sayu
context?
controversy at the height of it, where
Okay.
she got doxxed very heavily because of the Shota joke that she had made, and because she made a joke about a video game character that had gotten essayed, I believe, and the character was partially naked. She made a joke. Okay, it was a bad taste. Okay, it was a bad taste joke, but she was getting heavily doxxed, so people sympathized with
crazy.
her being doxxed.
That's
That's what
crazy.
he doesn't understand.
Okay.
And then, no, those were separate jokes. What do you
Wait,
mean?
what?
The Shota was a separate joke than the SA one, yeah. And then, okay, so these are the tweets that he's talking about.
Oh,
As a
brother.
victim of SA, if I see any of y'all supporting any of these motherfuckers right now, get out of my sight, person or avatar. It don't matter. That's nothing to joke about or defend the person for their behavior. They're grown adults. That's all I'm going to say about this nonsense. And he replied, okay, it's very small. He replied, exactly. And later in this clip, he claims that it was a fake tweet and that he wasn't referring to Sayu. But if the discussion online is about the joke that Sayu did, and
Well, I would come in and say, and I hate to cut her off because I know okay. I'll just let it play.
she's getting backlash for that joke, and somebody tweet this, and you reply that, do you not see how people would take it as you're condemning Sayu's actions while she's already being dogpiled?
Yeah, and that's the thing that like do we know for a fact Quinn was aware that this was referring to Seiyu? Because if I just see this, right, and I'm not online all the time, Quinn is online all the time. So there's definitely a chance that he knew. So I'm not sitting here to like to defend him, but I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt because I give everybody the benefit of a doubt. If I just came across this tweet and I just read this and it's like, yeah, if somebody doesn't like people making jokes about sexual assault, whether it's a video game, a movie, real life, they don't like the jokes. Okay. And then like, yeah, if I would tweet the same thing, like exactly, like I don't know it's specifically aimed at Seiyu, right? I it's just a tweet. But if they knew for a fact, if Quinn knew that this person was talking about Seiyu, and he said exactly, well then okay, it lines up 100%. It lines up. But if he didn't know, and you know for 100% fact that he knew it was about Seiyu, Okay, well then there it is. That's wraps. But as somebody that's coming in and watching this as an outside perspective, right? Somebody that's just like walking by, and then somebody's like, "Hey, KhunShawn, check this out," and I'm like, "Okay." Like, I ain't gonna lie, man. It seemed like y'all out to get the homie. But let's continue.
For their behavior. They're grown adults. That's all I'm going to say about this nonsense. And he replied, okay, it's very small. He replied, exactly. And later in this clip, he claims that it was a fake tweet and that he wasn't referring to Sayu. But if the discussion online is about the joke that Sayu did, and she's getting backlash for that joke, and somebody tweet this, and you reply that, do you not see how people would take it as you're condemning Sayu's actions while she's already being dogpiled?
Like, what the fuck? Like that.
God, I'm sure she didn't even finish and immediately was in the same breath. Oh yeah, and the D's nut joke too. Yeah. Okay, but also another context for this rant is that it's absolutely unprompted by anything. They haven't interacted. She hasn't said anything. She hasn't even streamed. She's on vacation right now. So I don't know why he's going off on her, but the rant does take another tangent, so just stick around. He explains more his POV later.
That makes no sense.
Yeah, I'm confused. Like, how this has to, like, this rant, how does it, like, what does say you have to do with this rant? That's what I want to know. I want to know, like, what is the origin of this rant? Like, what happened during this stream before he started ranting? What did somebody say something in the chat? Like, is there more receipts? Because there needs to be receipts because, bro, this shit is honestly, this is like Judge Judy or something. I need more evidence.
Sorry, no sense. In any way does that make sense?
This vid was 2 days ago.
And like what I said wasn't even wrong either, but at the same time, it wasn't even about that person because I didn't know that situation was happening.
Okay, well, he just said for himself he didn't even know that was happening.
Not know these clips of this person saying this thing were going around at the time. I didn't see it. I found out when I woke up the next day, looked at Twitter, and my one tweet to a smaller Twitter account had 100 replies of people mad at me. And I was like, and I looked, and then I figured it out. And then the person that thought I subtweeted them, instead of asking me if this was a subtweet, decided to by name like comments that said "fuck me" by name.
Okay, after 20 minutes, bro, we finally got the context. Okay, so somebody like literally the exact thing I just said in my theory. It's like, yeah, he woke up, he saw a tweet said SA is not a joke. Bro said exactly, didn't know it was about Say You. People thought he thought it was about Say You. Then it went crazy, and then Say You liked some tweets that said fuck Quinn. I ain't gonna lie, dog. Bro, Quinn, bro. Somebody send this to Quinn, bro. Stop tripping. It's not that big a deal. Honestly. Like, yeah, say you said fuck you. And okay. Like, bro, you didn't know. So you're not in the wrong, bro. Like, if you didn't know, why be so I mean, I get why you are upset because people are legitimately like talking bad about you. Again, about the ego. Like it sucks to have people come at your ego. Like this is of course, right? But if this is a legitimate mistake, bro, all you got to do is let people know. Just let them know, hey, it was a mistake. I didn't know. And then that's it. And like, yeah, say you maybe she should have messaged you about it. But at the same time, she doesn't have to message you about it. Y'all not cool. Y'all not friends. Y'all don't talk, supposedly, right? So if y'all do talk, right? If y'all did have DMs, like legitimate DMs, not DMs because y'all both worked at the same company, those are two different things. If y'all were legitimately having like conversations, even like semi cordial, maybe friendship, right? Then sure, understandable why you got upset. But she don't know you and you don't know her, and then it looked like you took shots at her, so she gonna take shots back. I mean, it's tit for tat type of situation, which in my opinion, like, yeah, it's a bit childish. Like, say you did not have to like tweets that outright said, F you. Legitimately, she did not have to do that, but she decided to do that because maybe she felt some type of way. I mean, and I don't blame her for feeling some type of way. Like, it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I mean, we're gonna continue the video for a little bit, but yeah, because we like there's another half of the rant, so we'll check it out. But yeah, I mean, honestly, at this point, it's case closed. But let's keep going,
So this is what he's mad about.
bro.
Because
Parrot is evil, bro.
somebody
Listen
replied,
to him, bro. He laughed like a supervillain.
That situation was happening. I did not know these clips of
Damn.
and then she
it.
apparently, allegedly
YouTube.
liked the tweet. That's what he's mad about.
Okay.
And he says that they're petty. He calls other people petty. You're mad because somebody liked a comment.
Listen,
Telling you off. You're mad because of a comment.
It's the
I
ego
try to
thing.
be charitable on the internet, right? But Kyo, you're just a bitch. Like, that's bitch behavior.
I ain't gonna lie, Parrot. You didn't have to call him a bitch. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, and I get it. The internet is the internet. But bro, you cannot be calling people bitches. Like, unless you are willing to stand behind these words if you ever meet in person, bro. Like, but of course, like you're a grown ass man. You can do whatever you want. Of course, hee hee ha ha. But y'all be on this internet like playing. Y'all play too much. Honestly, y'all really do. Y'all gonna call the wrong person a bitch one day, and it's gonna bite y'all in the ass. Like those type of comments are legitimate fighting words. Like people honestly get hurt over stuff like that. So just be aware of what you're saying. Like that's it. I'm done preaching.
Bro, who cares? Bro, people make like people tell me the worst possible insults they can come up with every day.
Yeah.
Literally every day.
But you built different, Parrot, bro. You like shout out to Parrot. Like, bro, I like your content, bro. And like even though I just had to check you real quick, like I understand. Like you legitimately get said probably some crazy stuff because you're on the crazy part of the internet. And that's the crazy thing. When you're on the internet so damn much, y'all start saying the most wild and most vile things, bro, because y'all don't get checked. And I think that's the big issue. A lot of people on the internet don't get checked. More people need to get checked for the crazy stuff that they be saying. And like your boy KhunShawn just said some crazy shit too, because I've also been wrapped up in like being on the internet too much, which is why I don't be on the internet that much anyway. Not anymore. Like it's not worth it, bro. Like legitimately our sanity is going down the more that we stay on this stuff. And that's why I be making these videos because I want to bring the awareness that hey, you guys are on this shit too much. Like it's not a big deal. Like what Quinn, what you're doing in this video, it's not a big deal. Say you. What happened with the like or whatever, it's not that big a deal. Parrot, people call you a whole bunch of crazy stuff and they probably actually want to get your ass. Them wanting to get you is a big deal. But them saying stuff about you, it's like it's messed up, especially if they're saying something super crazy. Like again, people on the internet, they need to relax. A lot of people, a lot of people just need to relax. But yeah, like everybody on here is tripping besides Rima. Rima's the only one so far that hasn't said anything where I'm like, Rima, chill. Like everybody else is just wilding out in this video, bro. It's crazy.
Say?
And there's creators out there who like those comments.
Yes.
Maybe not every
That's
day,
true.
but that happens. You think I care? It doesn't affect me. It's pixels on the screen, kid. Pixels on the screen. And you're mad and ranting about it. Oh, yes, they were getting doxxed. But you see, she liked a comment saying fuck you. She's worse.
And her cat was dying too. Like she was at the lowest point of her life.
I remember
The internet
that.
was
The cat.
dogpiling her.
Yeah.
She lost her pet. She was suspended
remember.
from Niji Sanji. Like her workplace was in jeopardy. She was at the lowest place in her life. Do you really blame her for doing something like that?
No,
Dude.
blame her. I can like any comment saying fuck any creator. It doesn't matter. Like, what is this bullshit?
Yeah, and no, but
if you get mad at that, you're a pussy. That's it.
and dude got stun locked for over a year over this comment. It's so insane.
He couldn't handle someone saying fuck you.
But I'm the petty one though, right?
Yes,
but
you
I'm
are.
the one that like people are more willing to.
Almost a moment of self-awareness. Yes, you are the petty one. Yes, you are the petty one. If you're holding up to that like comment, yes, you are. Yes, you are.
I'd agree with Rima. Like, yeah, bro, that is pretty petty, especially if it's been like a year, bro. Just let it go. So what made him want to bring this up? That's where I bring back the question. What made him want to bring this up? Why? Is it because he's really just so petty? And that honestly might just be the case for real, for real. Because bro, like you tripping over a comment that happened a year ago. You just gotta let that shit go.
Oh, God.
Okay, yes, he was 19-year-old. He was dumb. He was stupid. I've never used my age as an argument. I don't think it is. We do stupid stuff when we're young. It's okay. You grow and you learn from it. And you never make that mistake again. That's what making mistakes is all about.
And you guys also got to remember Quinn is still young, right? I think now he's what 21 or 22, right? I'm 26. I think Rima's in her mid 20s, and I think Parrot's in his mid 20s as well, right? We've been on this internet stuff and just living life longer than him. So like, yeah, even though he's 21, 22, he is still young, even though he is like he's a young adult, right? That is the name of that type of human, young adult. right? So yeah, he's probably still trying to figure it out. And I would say, hey, give him some time to figure it out. But yeah, I think this is a good video to try and make to let him know, like let Quinn know, like, yeah, bro, you are tripping a bit too much. Like it's honestly not that big a deal. Uncle Shawn is here to let you know, bro, it is not that big a deal. It is not that deep. Like, do not let this internet stuff ruin who you are. And that's the hard part because I already talked to the homie. I talked to him in the stream. I'm like, bro, how do you balance being online and being offline? And he told me straight up in the whole chat, like, he does not go offline. He stays online. He is only online, right? And that's the big issue. And I can't blame him, right? We all know Quinn ain't got the best health conditions, right? So trying to go out and adventure and do all the other stuff, like the other things that, you know, people can do normally in life, he cannot do that, even though he has the fame, even though he has the money. Like, he still has health issues, right? And that's part of just like a lot of people think whenever you get money, that's wealth. Like, no, health, health is wealth. The ability to go outside and enjoy your day, that is wealth. Having people around you and having a community, that is wealth. Money on its own does not make you wealthy. And that's the part people forget. And that's why people like go after celebrities. Like when Justin Bieber was like going crazy and stuff, and Britney Spears was going crazy and stuff, and they're like, "Oh, you're rich, yeah, you'll be all right. Oh, just get over it. You have millions of dollars. Go cry." And it's like, just because you have money does not make you happy, bro. Money gives you the ability to create more happiness, but money in itself does not make you happy, right? He is still young. He is still trying to figure it out. And I think that like Aunt Rima, Uncle Shawn, and Uncle Parrot, or yeah, not Uncle Fortune, don't go there. Uncle Parrot, like for real, like we got to school the little homie because he don't know, and that's all it is. He just does not know. He is young. He does not know. So yeah, like again, send this to Quinn. Like, bro, you're good. Just like legitimately, you just got to log off for a little bit. And I'm not saying like log off so you don't gotta look at Twitter. Like legitimately, like log off, bro. Like just chill in the backyard or something. Like it's not that deep.
I don't see why the age argument has to anything to do with this.
Bro, the fuck at
'Cause
19 I
he's
was getting
young.
into street fights. The fuck you talking about?
To forgive the person that said fuck me by
Bro, 19-year-olds getting into street fights is not a good thing.
my name and made this public beef than the person who made a tweet that accidentally could have been connected to something by accident. Like my story is somehow you're less charitable toward my believing my story than someone who by name said fuck me.
Oh, wow.
And I was like 19 and they were like 30 something.
Charity.
Like even with given the maturity difference, you're even less like I don't even think bringing up age really should be that much of a factor.
Yeah,
It's a 10-year
okay.
age difference and you're still being less charitable to the person that's 10 years younger. Like what?
Well, she
bro.
wasn't not charitable to him. After this, he says that they've talked and that they clarified any misunderstanding,
So
and
why
they're
is
both
this
cool
video
with each
being
other.
made?
So I don't really get.
So why is this video made?
Is he lashing out at audiences? Because yeah, that's Twitter for you. That's VTuber audiences. They're always going to be extreme. They're always going to be unhinged. They're always going to be crazy. That's not something you can change.
Yeah, you just need to stop being a pussy, though.
Don't get it. Do not.
Bro, Parrot keeping it real, for real, for real.
Get it.
Like it's okay to like it's so if you're gonna call somebody a pussy, it's like okay, sure, right? Because if you get called a pussy, I mean, you just got to show them that you're not. If you can call somebody a bitch, like that's totally different. And like a lot of people probably don't even know the difference. Don't worry about it. Hey, you can feel it it's an emotional thing. If somebody says that to your face, it like it's like somebody daring you to do something. It's like, oh, I dare you to do it, or you're this, you're that. I ain't trying to lose my monetization. You feel me? So I ain't gonna be saying the words. But yeah, definitely there's a difference between these two things. I would say the B word is up here, the P word is like down here. Like they're both up here, but this one is definitely you swinging on somebody, or else you're not. Or in this one, it's just like, no, I'm not. I'm not a, you know what I'm saying? If you don't know what I'm saying, it's all good.
Do not get it. Anyways, I want to conclude this by saying I have spoken to the person that did
Okay.
like the comment saying fuck me and
Okay.
cleared it up with them that I was not subtweeting them. I
Okay.
told them, I was like, hey, this is kind of getting out of hand. I don't have a personal problem with you. I
Okay.
disagree with what you said, and I'm
Okay.
never going to say I didn't, but this
Okay.
was not about you. And everyone in here is saying it's about you. If you want to
Okay.
believe them, fine, but it's not. And then they were
Okay.
like, okay, I understand. And then we kind of moved on.
Okay, so
why is
yeah,
this video
exactly,
being
which is
made?
that was my thoughts too, Takilo. If he's spoken to the person, then
Why is this
what's
being
the
made?
problem? And then if okay, I went through the same exact reaction yesterday when I watched it. I didn't even finish the video because I wanted to keep some of my reaction for a stream. So I think this is a segue to him criticizing how VTuber audience behave. But I don't understand why he started
okay.
off the clip by shitting on Sayu.
Mad, bro.
Did we really need all that?
He's just angry that someone said fuck you. Wow, bro.
Yeah,
You're
he's-
still mad about that?
He says we moved on, but clearly only one of them did. Exactly.
Now I'm still the villain. Like what the fuck, yo, the internet is so unreal. It's crazy.
Yeah, the internet is unreal. I agree
It's
with
so
that.
unreal. It's crazy. And I don't have a personal problem with this person anymore. So I don't want this to be painted as the fact that I do have a personal problem. But I'm just saying, like, it's interesting how people online were more forgiving to someone who was more publicly spiteful.
Okay, let me say, this guy, okay, I noticed something. He's just mad that people are not pitying him.
Yeah, yeah.
That's how it started. His
Yeah.
age, the fact that he said it was an accident, that it's like he's just angry that people are not pitying him.
Yeah, malt maxing.
What is this? He's angry people are not pitying him.
Yeah, maybe it has to do with all the hate Niji-Sanji's been getting, but I do feel like there are surely people that pitied him for sure. He had a big audience back then, so I think it's just just focusing on the negative.
Someone who made a tweet that was unrelated to something without realizing it was related to something.
I have no
And
comments
if
to add.
he actually didn't know who this tweet was referring to, it was an honest mistake, then that's
Yes.
fine. You can't expect the internet to understand, though. They will never understand. I'm talking from experience.
So
Yeah, I was
See,
I was totally neutral against Quinn before. I thought he was all right. Maybe I had even a more positive outlook about him until this clip.
the hate directed at you though? Well, they couldn't at that point. We're under contract and they were no longer a part of the group that I was.
I would say like like I said, I give people the benefit of the doubt, and I would say like having Quinn do all this just to say that it's all good. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like you need to work on that shit. Like for real, for real. Like I'm over here trying to give out game and advice, and even though my game and advice is definitely good, you definitely should take it. Like, bro, you could have saved all of us, bro. You could have saved me. You could have saved Rima. You could have saved Perry. You could have saved a couple people online. All the trouble. If you preferenced everything you said before this with like me and say you were cool, or me and the person me and the person that I'm about to talk about were actually cool, but let me just get this off my chest. Like, if you would have said that, bro, like nope. Like to be honest, bro, everybody would have been like, okay, we get what you're trying to say. And then we would have moved on, bro. Like, bro, he got to work on that shit for real, for real.
So legally they couldn't, even if they wanted to. So I mean, I'm not friends with the person. I wouldn't even say we're like friendly, but I don't have a problem with them. We're just like
Okay.
parallel, we're parallel, and that's fine. And they see me the same way. We're parallel. You can exist,
Cool.
I can exist. We don't have to cross paths, and it's fine.
Cool.
Yeah, I think the reason people
That's
were more
life.
mad at me about that is because I think these
Okay, let's talk
people,
about it.
the genre of stuff they dislike is also when they think you're being fake. So if they think you're being more real or upfront about being a dickhead, they're like you more. Which honestly, I
True.
low-key same. If you're gonna be a dick, at least be honest about it. I agree. Okay.
Yes,
But
And
my
that's the
thing is,
crazy
you-
part, bro. We talked about a dude that cheated on his wife, but because he was like upfront about it after people found out, they were like, "Oh yeah, here's some more money." It was
It's
crazy.
an accident.
I'm a dick, I'm honest
I
about
was
it.
trying to say it was an accident at the time, or I'd get in trouble.
Okay.
So I just had to deal with the consequences.
Asman is something of it. This guy is a 10-year-old.
Yeah, I never have been prouding myself as a perfect person. But I think a lot of the situations that I've been villainized in were stuff that I was very much dragged into unknowingly.
I can relate to that part. That might be fair. A lot of people are guilty by association, especially online. It's not always fair. What is this part? Are we gonna talk again?
Attack.
Low-key. Someone
Okay.
one persona can be
Dance,
public
monkey,
and
dance.
beef against someone who can't defend themselves by contract. I mean,
Yeah.
neither of us could say anything by contract
Bro, Perry be
technically.
saying
that
some wild
sucks.
shit,
But
dog.
like, I just wake up and like my Twitter is on fire and like I don't even understand what's happening. Like that's literally how it was for me. I was like, what the fuck? Like, what did I say?
Yeah, that
And then
happens
people
to
were
me
like,
sometimes too.
oh, you're supporting doxing? How? I didn't even know the clip was going around to know the person was getting doxed. Like, what the like, yo. Also, how is me saying making jokes?
Okay, so we're talking about how people will take like their preconception of you and then they'll just spread that shit even though it's technically misinformation. Yeah, that's obviously bad, and I don't think anybody here I don't think anybody would support that. Point blank period. Like if you're making shit up online because it's your head canon, like say, oh, Rima's a horse girl, right? That's a meme, right? But she's not a horse. But if you were saying like, oh yeah, Rima's actually a horse, and you were saying it like it was real, like no, like yeah, now you're running with it. It's not even a joke anymore. Like it's not even funny anymore. you're just saying shit that's not true, and it like nobody's laughing, right? So to take some misinformation and then just run with it, especially if you're doing it on purpose, I don't think anybody would say that that's okay. Anybody, like nobody with a rational mind would say that's okay.
About a bad topic is bad, somehow supporting another bad thing. Like, how are we're jumping from like A to fucking Z
Okay.
to Z
Now
squared.
welcome,
Like, bitch,
welcome
you
to the
jumped over
internet.
Yeah.
He's just mad at the internet now.
Yeah.
fucking Grand
He
Canyon.
cares too much.
Okay, the fucking Pacific, like you jumped to the moon, to Mars, all the way to the fucking sun to come up with this conclusion. Like, what? That's what I'm saying. They just grandstand about random shit because they like one person over the other. Like, you're okay defending just about someone getting violated, but you're not okay with like someone being like doxxed.
Someone.
What? Wait, why is he comparing the two like they're equivalent?
It's a video game character.
They made a joke about a video game character. A joke. A joke. Do you remember in the 2000 when people made unhinged jokes and we could literally make jokes about everything, but now it's a big no-no.
Yeah, it's like life changes. Like remember what I said, everybody is left until they're right. Like yeah. And eventually the people that are left right now, they will eventually be upset because somebody is going to be more left than them, and then they're going to say like the person that's currently like just like center left, they're going to say a joke that somebody that's super left is not going to like, and that's going to push them to becoming right. I'm telling you, you're left until you're right.
I still can.
Yeah, in the past, like everything, humor, you can talk about anything.
4chan,
But
Parrot.
a joke about a fictional character, I'm sorry, even in 2024, it does not equate to doxing. Doxing can be life-threatening. Doxing can make stalkers show up to your house. People will send shit to your house if they dislike you, especially somebody under so much backlash as back then. They'll get to your family. They'll find your mom and your father's name. They'll send shit to them too. That is not equivalent. I'm sorry. Doxing can lead to life-threatening situation. Exactly, Will. Doxing can lead to swatting. True.
Yes, doxing is bad. We all know doxing is bad.
Not any better than the other. I mean, low-key, I think a bad tasted joke.
Keo Dox claim was spread on Kiwi Farms back then?
Oh, not Kiwi Farms.
Wait, what do you mean? They claimed he was approving of her dogs?
Bro, when 4chan Parrot says, "Oh no," that's how you know they on some shit.
This is why I prefer hack VTuber over youngsters like him. They're just so much more mature and unhinged. Yeah, honestly, when you're very young, you're so passionate and you think everything is very binary and you're very right about it. And I miss being that confident about some things, but I do feel like my edges have really softened up. I feel like I question everything now. I've just seen too much.
Which is good. It is good to question a lot of things, but yeah, you still need to believe whatever it is that you believe.
Just had more experiences, more various experience than the average person, which has made me like mature probably faster than some people. But I'm also always going to be a child at heart.
Is a lot.
Yeah, I think every single human still keeps that childhoodness inside of them.
Is a lot more forgivable than doxing someone. I agree. But also, it's like, how are you so willing to like facilitate the acceptance of one thing to weaponize it?
But Rima, you don't leave the apartment. I left the apartment enough when I was super young that I like burnt out in like just a couple of years, and now I get to just be a hermit online. Don't worry about it. People were actually worried for me when I was young, but now the universe is all in balance, and I'm actually I'm just like I'm Gandalf. I'm literally VTuber Gandalf.
That's wild.
Thank you.
You make something else unaccepted, you know? Anyways, to the person that said they came in from Baldwin, what's good, bro? What's good? How you doing? So I just think it's very interesting. I think, like I said, I really think it's one of those situations where you have to just accept, if you're me, that people are not going to be charitable with your intentions. And they're going to be very charitable with people who have...
Wow, it's almost like people have preferences. It's almost like people like some people, so they are willing to forgive those people, but you are a random to them, so they are not going to be nice to you. Wow,
yeah,
like that's a human nature, you fucking idiot.
No, but I get it though. People online are not charitable. Like they're always seeing the most bad faith interpretation of what you say. Like I even wish somebody will the other day, and somebody cropped it out of, we had a really wholesome interaction. They liked my comment back. I liked it. Somebody cropped that out of context. They put it on Twitter. It got thousands of likes. And like they were like, look at how Rima is doing this. It's like, yeah, but that's the internet. People are like that.
Welcome to the internet. How's that song going?
So I can sympathize sympathize with his feelings of frustration and what he's going through because I get it. That happens. That happens to me almost every day now. But it's not, I don't see why he's got to go and attack somebody else for that. Because she didn't cause this. She didn't. It was audiences and communities that become very tribalistic at times. She didn't cause this. I don't see why he's got to attack her now.
I don't think he's just frustrated. He's just
Yeah, I was about to say I think the same thing as Parrot. Like he's just upset and he's trying to let it out.
venting, mate.
Yeah.
He's still
he's just letting it
frustrated
out.
about something that happened a year ago.
Yeah.
And so he's just venting now because he just can't keep it in.
Quinn was objectively in the wrong, where according to his
I definitely think he should not be venting this online. Like he definitely like not a live stream, like maybe an edited video, like just to talk about it. And even then, it should have been a long time ago. Like, bro, you got to move on. And sometimes in life, bro, we don't get damn, what's it called? Whenever you like break up with somebody breaks up with you and you don't know why, and you're asking them like, "Oh, why'd you break up with me?" You don't get that resolution, but that's not the word I want to use. And if you already know, man, leave it in the comments below the word. I always forget a word. You know what? Let's just make it a game. I'm gonna not really forget it. You know what? Fuck it. Yeah, I'm gonna forget a word, and then you guys let me know in the comments what word it is.
claim, he didn't know
That's
that
fun.
this post was related to Sayu. So if he
Yeah.
didn't know that she was getting doxxed, he, according to him, again, wasn't necessarily in the wrong.
I mean, okay, let me say this.
I think he's in the wrong now, just ranting about it.
Whatever happened on Twitter, that's random bullshit. Like, people were attacking Sayu, the people that doxing her, okay, that is a real thing. But everything else of, like, being mad about her, and then some people being mad at the other side, and some people defend, that's random bullshit. Who gives a fuck? Like, oh, I was
It's his ego. And that's the thing. Like, that's his ego. That's literally all it is. His ego got hit. And like he just has not recovered since. And like venting is important. Venting is definitely important. But venting online and venting in a live stream, bro, I don't even know why he thought that would be a good idea. Like I said, that's what I still want to know. What was the thing that made him start ranting? He didn't just come on stream and started talking about this, did he? If he did, that's crazy. But like something had to trigger him into jumping into this. And then at some point in time, he was like, well, I'm in too deep now. I might as well just say everything. Because it's just not making any sense, bro. Like literally, it's not making sense. But hey, some things in life don't make sense.
Flash. I had 100 quote tweets. Who cares? Why do you care? Why are people such fucking pussies, bro? It doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. Doxing, on the other hand. That shit matters.
Yeah.
That's actually something important. But you're here crying because you had 100 quote tweets and then people were mad at you because you made a comment. Even if you didn't know, who cares? Why do you care so much? It's the internet.
Quinn was talking about a different case, but they were jumping at him because Sims are clueless.
Are you reading?
A comment.
Quinn was talking about a different case, but Sayusisis were jumping at him because...
Which case then? Because he only talked about one case in there.
Okay, I'm quoting what he said. He just saw something he agreed with and he left a comment. That's exactly what he just said. What are you talking about? Are you stupid? Is your IQ below room temperature?
Just play the clip. Maybe he'll give the
Bro, 4chan Parrot's hilarious, dude.
other situation.
Don't use that to grandstand that I am more or less problematic than someone if they
Yes, I am stupid.
worse and or equivalent.
So hold up. What is the other case? Because he just said that making a joke about SA is equivalent to doxing. So he's talking about this case.
Wait, what? He just said that? I couldn't hear him because y'all talk too damn loud.
In there.
Okay, I'm quoting what he said. He just saw something he agreed with and he left a comment. That's exactly what he just said. What are you talking about? Are you stupid? Is your IQ below room temperature?
Just play the clip. Maybe he'll give the other situation.
But it's like, don't use that to grandstand that I am more or less problematic than someone if they
Yes, I am stupid.
Worse and or equivalent.
So
hold
up. What is the other case? Because he just said
same thing with the Korea thing. Like
Korea.
Okay, now we're talking about Korea.
But like for what? Like you
that's the Korean stuff was stupid. It's true. The Korean the backlash on the Korean joke was stupid. But it's the same argument that it's like people get upset when you joke about things nowadays.
Wait. This is the funny thing. The Korea joke was stupid to him. It was stupid to everyone.
Yeah.
But needy management. Oh no.
Yeah, needy management made you
right now.
apologize.
Yeah, you must apologize.
Right now.
Bring that up.
Nobody
True.
else. Nobody else was.
I said that.
Yeah, why are you not complaining? Okay, here's the thing.
Say something
He's just molding. Okay, he's molding about people being mad on Twitter at him for a joke,
Yeah.
but he's not molding about Niji Sanji forcing him to apologize for something he's right now saying was stupid.
I don't.
So Niji Sanji did nothing wrong? Hey, they forced you to apologize. Oh, but you're not molding about that, are you? No.
Yeah. I don't know if their NDA extends to after their contract is over. Maybe he's just not allowed to talk about it.
He can reference it. Like all the ex-Nijis reference it. They can say, oh, my ex-company managers was stupid or something. He can say that.
True.
It's on Twitter, and it's an issue within 12 to 24 hours maximum. Sometimes even before you end your stream, it's an issue on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, the fuck is we talking about?
Just apologize, though.
I'm ranting. I need to shut the fuck up. I'm gonna get myself in trouble. I'm gonna tell something I wanted to read, but I don't remember where it is. Oh, something else was around my arm. This like electrocutes me. So basically, if you
It's
have,
for his
like, your
headaches.
body can only receive so many nerve input signals at the same
Yeah.
time. So if I have a really bad headache and I put this on, it makes my headache less bad because it's overloading my nervous system on my arm. So it makes my arm hurt more.
That's
than my head. And
interesting.
to be honest, it's easier to function.
Oh, wait,
with your
Sunny
arm hurting than your
showed
head.
up in his stream.
Exactly.
Yes, and some okay. So some
up, Sam? How
people
you doing?
are also upset because Sunny Explosion showed up in his stream, and they're like, "Oh, this really doesn't make me look at all the Neji Sanji retiree the same way." It doesn't matter. Like you can be. Of course, they're gonna be friends. They work together. Like the people that live Niji Sanji, they still have friends in Niji Sanji, and you can be friends with people. Like people want
That's the
friends
crazy part.
friends
People
to
forget.
call them out on Twitter. Like I bet that's what they want. They want Sunny Explosion to go mad. Off on all of her friends and ex-coworkers. That's not gonna happen.
No.
If something's gonna happen, she might give them an earful in private, because that's what real friends do. Real friends don't call you out on Twitter for likes on a
Of
comment or
course.
for
And that's the crazy thing, right? Because I think those people are just on Twitter way too much. They're on Twitter so much that they think it's normal for backstabbing to be a thing. Like, no, that's not what real friends do. Real friends do not backstab each other. Like, this is not a thing, my guy. That's just an internet thing.
Look better for your chat.
Stupid. I'm spamming her DMs.
Yeah.
I'm calling her to tell her.
Yes.
Stop.
Yeah.
I'm not calling her out on Twitter though.
I don't get this Twitter, and I know a lot of people in my fan base think like that. Get that out of your mind. Only people who think like that, they've had no friends. They have no friends if they think like that. I'm sorry. You don't have any true friends.
I mean, okay, so what
That's real.
people are really mad about is that they're still friends, pretty much.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Okay, in Sunny's defense, so my next video is gonna include Sunny's stuff. In Sunny's defense, I think a lot of people are just like, I don't want problems. A lot of people are like, oh, can I just exist and keep my friends, please? I don't know. I just wanna be. Like, a lot of people are just, they don't wanna like join any fight, and they just want to keep their friends and stuff. That's the vibes I get from like Sunny and other Nijis and ex-Nijis. So they're not malicious. They just wanna, I don't know, stay away from everything.
Because it's a fucking minefield out there. You take one step forward, you step on a mine. Yeah, true. Sunny wasn't even around when the whole Zion stuff happened. In fact, they weren't even around when the Celeste stuff happened. It was like they debuted in the midst of it.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with this. And we don't know what happened. Kyo probably also didn't have anything to do with this.
Guys, if you don't know Sunny, she's great. She might sound familiar for no particular reason. Don't worry about it. There's absolutely no.
Oh,
reason
Sunny
to familiar-
sent nice tweets to Sayu the other day. Well, there you go.
I think she did, yeah.
Oh wait, they debuted back in October of.
It's been more than a year now.
Oh, sorry.
She graduated.
Never mind.
Sunny graduated before a year. She graduated at like 316 days.
Okay, I got my timeline wrong then. So they debuted back in October 2023. So they were there when the Sullen stuff happened.
Okay, man. All right, that's all I got for you guys. Yeah, Quinn. Yeah, I guess he just needed to get that stuff off his chest. Rima and Parrot, good job. Hey, keep checking the little homie and make sure he does all right or something. I don't know, bro. Like, honestly, it sounds like if I was to wrap all this up, because I'm pretty sure there's more, but to be honest, like, there's just nothing. Bro, like, it's literally Kel or Quinn. Quinn is just having his moment. Rima and Parrot, they're calling it out. And that's it, bro. Like, it's not that, like, none of this shit is deep at all. None of this is a big deal at the end of the day. I think the conversation earlier when we were talking about communities is interesting. The conversation about how the ex-Niji members are still cool with, like, the people that are still in Niji. It's like, yeah, of course, bro. Like, yeah, some of these people, even though they're coworkers, they're still kind of close. Other people, they're coworkers, and that's it. And it's like it is what it is, bro. Like it's not deep, it's not that big a deal, it's not that bad. And honestly, bro, I'd rather watch Annie and Vettel drunk talk all day than this because this doesn't even need me to be like I don't even need to be part of the conversation to be honest. I already said everything I need to say. If you agree, hit the like button. If you disagree, leave a comment about the part you disagreed with. I'm interested to read it because at the end of the day, don't take any of this shit seriously. I literally just look at it. I say whatever I need to say, whatever I feel like saying, and then I throw it up, and then that's it. And so far, like it's just been like, I mean, Rima's doing a good job. I don't think I need to add anything. Parrot is there because he's hilarious and like he has his own different views on it, especially being on the other side of the internet. Like, yeah, bro, Quinn overall, he's just tripping. And of course he's tripping. He's young. He's young on the internet. Like, of course, right? So that's why I'm like, I'm giving him the leeway. But yeah, like, check him. Let him know. Like, yeah, he is being more sensitive. You ain't got to call him a bitch, Parrot. But like, yeah, he is being more sensitive. I mean, yeah, let him know that. He's just being sensitive. So yeah, stop being so sensitive, Quinn. Like, bro, just let it go. Yeah, people on the internet, they're gonna pick their sides, they're gonna pick their favorites, and that's why you just gotta let it go. You just gotta let that shit go, bro. It's not that big a deal. Hopefully, it doesn't keep you up all night. Like, this is something that happened a year ago. To be honest, you didn't need to bring it back up. You didn't even have to talk about it, bro. Like, nobody, nobody that has a actual brain cared. The only people that cared are the people that are terminally online. Those are the only people that cared. And I get it, like emotionally wise and ego wise, it's like people are coming after you and they're not going after other people and they might be doing something that you would consider worse in your perspective. At the end of the day, it's your perspective. Your perspective does not equate everybody else's, just like my perspective doesn't equate everybody else's either. So even though I'm sitting here and on the background, like, yo, that's interesting. Hmm. Yeah. At the end of the day, I mean, as wise as I am, the best advice I could say is, bro, like, don't take it so seriously. Don't get too upset about it and just keep moving forward because it's not that big a deal. It's not that deep and even after this rant, at the end of the day, bro, like still, like you have more to grow. Like, okay, you made a mistake making this rant video. Cool. Like next year, or even not even next year, you don't even gotta wait that long. Like 6 months from now, the only people that are gonna really care are the people that had something negative about it. Those are the only people that, and they're probably not even gonna really care. They're gonna be like, oh yeah, he's the guy that did that rant. Like, and that's the extent that they'll remember you. And okay, cool. Like, it's not that big a deal. But yeah, it's your boy KhunShawn, man. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, join the Discord down below, drop your videos. I'll be checking them out. And yeah, it's not that big a deal. It's not that deep. But yeah, it is a conversation. So, I mean, that's it. It's a conversation. All right, there's many more to have. So yeah, we're gonna be making some more videos. And yeah, we're back at the house. So yeah, more videos coming soon. I should go to bed to be honest. Even though I do want to watch a couple more videos, I am actually pretty tired. So yeah. Till next time, I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Peace.